I fall, it's not part of the act. So I've been married 42 years. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, it took me a little while to get here. I had to take an Uber from the bathroom to get back here. So, Pixie and I have been married 42 years. I only do this because it's the only place I could get a word in edgewise. Maturing in marriage is understanding the fact that your wife can't remember where she left her glasses, typically on top of her head, but she can remember something I said 39 years ago on a Monday night at 8:56 p.m. You know, Pixie's like a fresh cannoli. She smells great. She tastes delicious, but like too many cannolis, she's killing me slowly. We're Italian. We grew up in New York. We're Italian. We talk with our hands a lot. You'll see me up here. It looks like I'm trying to land planes on an aircraft carrier. Well, she broke her wrist last summer, and she developed a speech impediment. Marriage, I find marriage has 4 stages to it. The first stage is newlywed. It's the best stage. You're going at it like rabbits. You wear out a mattress the first year you're married. It's terrific. The second stage is happy. The sex is good and the sex is frequent, but what do you get? What are you doing to mommy? I hear mommy screaming. She's yelling Yahtzee. We want to play. The third stage is amused. You're feeling kind of amorous. You run up to the bedroom. You rip your clothes off and you just look at each other and crack up because, well, gravity's a bitch. And then finally, there's that tolerance stage. All that playful banter of your youth has turned into a bit of bickering. You still have sex, but I call it hallway sex. You just walk by each other and go, fuck you. You know, I'm 67 and aging has been tough. Frankly, I would rather go through puberty again and deal with pimples than deal with what I'm dealing with now. I stand in front of the toilet, and it takes me longer to start peeing than it does to actually pee. And you guys don't get that yet, but you will. You know, and it's like this series of urinary dots and dashes. It's like Morse code. Ships at sea are starting to send responses to me. You know, I knew I was getting old when my balls got longer than the CVS receipts. There's 4 rules to aging. One is, you never pass up a bathroom. 2, you never waste an erection. 3, you never get on the floor without a plan to get back up. And 4, most importantly, never trust a fart. You know, you guys can say I got a few tattoos, right? So Pixie drops me off one day, and I get a tattoo of 3 lines above my knee. And I come home, and she sees it, and she goes, why would you do this? I said, well, you remember when the kids were little, we used to chart their growth on the door jamb, right? We draw lines on the door jamb to see the kids grow. She says, I get that, but I don't get why you put 3 lines. I said, well, I'm trying to measure the impact of gravity on my balls. She says, I get that, but why the dotted line? I said, because at that point, I can't wear shorts anymore. We were up in New York last week, and we were driving home, and we stopped at Buc-ee's. Now, you know Buc-ee's, right? I mean, the place is insane. They have a wall of candy. So we're walking, we go by the wall of candy, Pixie's picking out some candy, and I noticed they actually have ED medication. Do you know what it's called at Buc-ee's? The South will rise again. So, you know, you're watching TV and you see these pharmaceutical commercials. And they're all very glitzy, they're all well done. There's probably some 70s disco or classic rock song playing in the background. Then they get to the side effects. Now, I'm no chemist. I don't understand how one drug could cause both diarrhea and constipation. The thing that troubles me most, though, is the swelling between your anus and your genitals. You know, that chin rest spot? And I just thought it was because they eat a bag of donuts every day. I got one jokey joke I want to tell you. We were up in New York, and one of the kids wanted to go get ice cream. So we're in the car and we're driving. And if you know anything about New York, inevitably you end up behind a garbage truck. So we're driving, the garbage truck hits a speed bump. Garbage comes flying out, and this giant dildo smashes into the windshield. My 10-year-old nephew's there like he's bug-eyed. I said, Matt, don't worry about it, it's just a bug. He looks at me and he goes, Uncle Rocky, how does a bug fly with a dick that big? That's my time. Thanks for having me.